So we're going to get started in child's pose. So when you're ready, come on into child's pose with the knees wide, toes together, and forehead to the mat. And just start to settle in there, quieting the breath. Maybe massaging the forehead side to side. And we're going to take 10 full rounds of breath here together. So slow inhale to fill the lungs and a slower exhale to let that out. And just keep that going. 8 or 9 more rounds of your breath as we set the intention of being in this space for 60 minutes together this morning, this afternoon, whatever it is for you. And in the silence, can you really listen? Listen to what parts of your body are giving you little messages, or the quality of your inhales or exhales. See if you can slow down the breath. So inhale fully, and then take a slow, deep exhale. Again, inhale slowly. An even slower exhale. And again, begin to listen. Really receptive listening to the sounds around you. Distant sounds, spaces between the sounds, listening with the ears, but also with your whole awareness. So that is our intention today, if you choose to take that. Deepak Chopra says every cell in your body is eavesdropping on your thoughts. Take one more big inhale in your child's pose. Just let your belly release between the thighs. And then slower exhale. And stay as you are, but press into the fingertips to lift the palms like a spider finger to engage your arms a little bit more. And if you're using the playlist, you can go ahead and press play and start some music. And everybody start to walk your hands away from you like you're sweeping back, frog pose, swimming your arms back towards your legs. So your forearms are along the shins now. And then inhale, reach your arms back forward. And your fingertips can kind of crawl or be grazing against the floor as you continue to do that, like a big swimming stroke. Your forehead or your chin can stay on the mat as just your arms make big circles forward and back. One more as you inhale, reach your hands back towards heels. And exhale, reach your hands back to the top of the mat. Press the palms now and crawl your hands towards your knees. Tuck your toes under and start to stretch out the soles of your feet. Heels are high and sit back on your heels. Roll right shoulder back, left shoulder back. Keep going right and left, just squeezing the shoulder blades. And then find stillness, rolling both shoulders back. Maybe keep the eyes closed here. We're going to do a gentle neck stretch. So right ear to the right shoulder. Right hand can come all the way over the head to the left temple and just use the weight of your hand to gently coax the head further. Don't yank or pull on it. You can move your chin around to find the place that feels right. One more big breath here, and maybe your left hand extends away from you to lengthen the stretch in your left side of your neck. And then use your right hand to press your head back to center as gently as can be. Beautiful. And then let's do the left side. So left ear floats to the left shoulder. Either stay here, close the eyes, left hand overhead, bending the elbow. Maybe your fingertips rest on the other side of your head to gently let the head come further. Again, move your chin to find the position and then slow down and breathe. Maybe right hand reaches towards the right away from you. And then inhale, use your left hand to pull your head back to center. Nice work. Plant the hands, tabletop position, spread the fingers wide, and then take your cat-cow, moving around however you like, moving the neck, moving the hips, maybe tapping out your hands, your wrists, your feet, engagement of the toes, maybe giving yourself some little wrist stretches, maybe just closing the eyes, finding organic movement. Listen to what your body wants here. One more breath of freedom to move. And then walk yourself back up again. And you choose, toes can stay untucked or tuck them again for a little bit more engagement. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, goalpost or cactus the arms. Really spread through the fingers, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, close the forearms toward each other. Even the palms can face out if you have that flexibility. Inhale, open back up and reach to the ceiling. One more with the same pattern. Exhale, elbows bend. Inhale, pull together to close. Exhale, open the gate, and inhale, reach high. Nice work. Shake out the arms. Interlace the palms together and press the palms away from you and round the spine, just like cat pose. And then release the hands. Inhale, pull back like you're rowing. Lift the heart and the throat forward. Two more. Inhale, press away. Exhale, pull back. It's like cat-cow on the spine. Just use your arms. And exhale, pull back. Nice work. Plant the hands again. Tabletop. A few more rounds of cat-cow. Again, I encourage you to close the eyes to help you turn inward. And notice what your body is calling for right here. Could be the same as how you warm up every yoga practice, or it could be really different today. Two more breaths to move. And then find stillness in your tabletop. Draw your navel to spine to engage your core. Step left foot long, right foot long. We're in our first plank. You can always lower the knees. So shoulders are working directly over the wrists, but engage the legs. Don't forget to lift the thighs higher and reach energy out of the heels. Keep pulling belly button to spine. Nice work. Take a slow inhale. Even slower exhale. You can do it. And then right knee taps the mat. Inhale, straighten the right leg again. Left knee taps and straightens. Keep going, just pedaling the knees. You can take it slow or you could speed it up a little bit. You could always lower your knees down for some support or take a break. You can always find the child's pose shape where we started anytime in the practice. Keep going. One more each side, nice and slow. Keep the hips stable. Control the body. Nice work. And then pause and plank. And either take a break or continue. Roll your heels to the right. Right hand is the base, plant strong. Left hand to the sky. Variation of side plank. Lift your hips. Roll left shoulder back, spread through left fingers. And watch your left hand plant back down for plank pose. Roll your heels to the left this time. Left hand stays planted, right hand reaches to the sky. Lift hips, stack shoulders. And watch your right hand as it plants back down under the shoulder, plank pose. So hips and shoulders are in alignment. And again, heels to the right. We're adding a different variation if you choose. Left hand lifted. You could always have your left foot as a kickstand. You could always be on fists or forearms. Any variation of your side plank. Stay here or lower the hips. Inhale, lift. Left hand comes down, plank pose, reset. Again, you can lower the knees. You could do this from forearm plank. Heels to the left. Left hand is the base, right hand to the sky. Stay here or hips lower. Inhale, press the hips high. Plank pose, one more time. You can do it. Take any variation you need. Hips or heels to the right. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders, left hand skyward. Add on by reaching left hand under right armpit, thread the needle, reach back to the sky. Plank pose. Take a breath, reset here. Last side, you got it. Heels to the left. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Take the modification you need. Maybe you add the thread the needle. Right hand under left arm. Inhale to the sky. Plank pose. Inhale, nice and slow. And exhale, knees down, knees wide, child's pose. Beautiful work. We're doing our core from plank and forearm plank today. So that was a little bit of it right there. Hitting your obliques and all those core muscles. From child pose, pull your heart forward, tabletop. Exhale, child. Couple more times. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, child. One more. Inhale, table. Exhale, child's. And as you're ready, down dog, tuck the toes, hips high, heels back. Pedal the legs, walk your dog, keep it dynamic. Warming up hamstrings and calves. Your hands could be wider than your shoulders, and your fingers could even turn out a little bit if that gives you more space. Start to slow it down, maybe finding a more still down dog, maybe a slight bend to the knees. Take 2 more breaths. Let the head and the neck relax. Maybe shake it yes and no. Inhale slow. And even slower, exhale, let it go. Look towards your hands. Tiptoe all the way forward, forward fold. Toes to the top of the mat. Keep the knees bent. Interlace hands around the elbows. Let the head fall towards the earth. And then slowly release the grip. Roll your left shoulder and your right shoulder back. And keep doing that as you press through your feet to rise to mountain pose. So left shoulder rolls back, right shoulder rolls back. Nice work. Keep going. When you get to the top, just keep rolling the shoulders back. And let's all find mountain pose. Palms face forward, eyes can close. Lift all 10 toes. Spread them wide and then replant them to find that foundation. From mountain pose, inhale, arms high. Exhale, cactus the arms. Same pattern as before. Inhale, close the gate. Forearms towards each other. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach high. One more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, close. Open back up and reach to the ceiling. This time, interlace the palms. Press the palms away. Round the spine. Exhale, pull back. Forearms and palms are facing the sky. Heart forward. 2 more. Inhale, press away. Exhale, pull back. Really undulate the spine. Exaggerate that. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful work. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, knees can be softly bent. Hinge and fold forward. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Crown of the head reaches forward. And exhale, plant the hands. Step back, plank pose. Everybody lower knees. Chest and chin slowly lower towards the earth. Untuck the toes. Any variation of cobra, you can walk your hands wider or forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Pull the palms back towards you. Keep pressing the toenails into the mat. Roll the shoulder blades back. Exhale, let it go. Child's pose. Full round of breath here. What are you listening to? Your body, your thoughts. One more inhale. Exhale, make your way to downward facing dog as you're ready. From down dog, reach your right leg high. And we're going to take a variation of Shiva squat. So right knee is going to bend, left knee is going to bend, and bring your right knee behind the left. So 2 knees bend. Inhale, press both legs straight again. So upper body stays stable. 2 more times, bend both knees, right knee behind left. Inhale, straighten both legs. 1 more, bend the knees. Inhale, press the heels away. 3-legged dog, right leg is still lifted. Bend and open the hip. Fire hydrant, scorpion pose. Maybe left forearm comes to the earth. Maybe roll the ankle. And then re-extend your right heel long, 3-legged dog. Draw your right knee towards your right elbow. And then across to the left and back to the sky. 2 more, making a circle with your right knee. So right knee towards the right, circle it around to the left, up and back. Beautiful. 1 more. Inhale, reach your right knee to the right, center, left, and back. This time, right foot steps all the way forward, low lunge. So left knee comes down, make sure it feels supported. Inhale, arms sweep up. Relax shoulders down the back. Spread your fingers. Draw left hip forward, right hip back. Relax the face, the brow, the jaw. Even the fingertips can be engaged, but not tight. Release some tension where you can. All right, same pattern. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, pull the forearms towards each other in front of your face. Exhale, open back up. And inhale, reach to the ceiling. One more time with that arm pattern. Exhale, bend. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands down, hips back, half splits. Right toe to the sky. Flex your toes towards your shin. Either stay here, or you can walk your hands outside of your right shin towards the right and just take a different hamstring stretch here. Maybe it's a little deeper, maybe like that twisting in the spine. If you took that arm variation, frame your right foot again. Plant the right foot, heel toe your right foot to right. We're moving towards lizard, so hands inside of right foot. You can come onto your forearms. You could stay as you are. You could use blocks or pillows. 3 breaths in lizard. You came down onto your forearms. Start to press yourself back up onto your palms. Keep your left hand down, reach your right hand open, a variation of a twisting lunge, but your right leg is still wide like lizard. Either stay here or tuck your back leg and move into high lunge variation, lifting your left kneecap off the earth, straighten your left leg, reach your left heel behind you. Keep twisting your torso to the right. Either stay here or come into side plank or any variation. Left heel to the left, right foot can stack in front like we did in the warm-up or on top. Lift your hips higher. Maybe right foot comes off the right leg, playing with balance. From here, we're gonna transition to high lunge or low lunge back at the top of the mat. So you're gonna start to bend your right knee towards your chest. Roll your left toes back to the middle and step your right foot as far forward as you can. Or you can get there however you want. Inch that right foot forward again. As you're ready, hands come back. Low lunge with the left knee down or high lunge with the left knee lifted. Airplane arms. Reach the crown of your head forward. Feel the energy from your left heel all the way through the crown of your head. Palms are facing down. Inhale, sweep the arms up over the ears. Again, you could still be in low lunge, or if you're in high lunge, maybe heel to your right foot more to the right to create space. Straighten left leg. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, close the arms. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. One more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Plant the hands, runner's lunge. Step right foot to meet left, plank pose. Vinyasa of choice, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, or straight to downward facing dog. You could always take a child's pose. We'll meet back in down dog. Taking 3 breaths together, eyes closed. Inhale fully. Exhale, let it out. 2 more. 1 more. Nice work. If you close the eyes, start to open. Inhale, left leg lifts. Shiva squat, left knee behind the right. Bend the knees. Inhale, straighten the legs. 2 more variations. Left knee behind the right. Inhale, press away. Left knee comes behind the right. Bend deeply. Inhale, straighten the legs. Bend left knee towards glute. Open up the hip. Fire hydrant pose, scorpion your dog. Maybe right forearm comes towards the mat. Maybe roll left ankle around. Start to re-extend your left leg back behind you, three-legged dog. Draw your left knee towards your left elbow, and then around in a circle to the right, and back up and behind you. 2 more, big circle with the left knee and quad. 1 more. Left leg high. Exhale, step all the way forward, low lunge. Right knee comes down, find support. Untuck the toes. Inhale, arms alongside the ears. Shoulders down the back. Left hip back, right hip forward now. Draw your rib cage in, engage the core. Tuck the tailbone. Nice work. Find your strong low lunge. And then we'll add the arm pattern. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, close the arms. Exhale, open back wide. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. 1 more. Exhale, goalpost. Inhale, close the gate. Exhale, open. And inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hips back. Left toe straightens, half splits. Flex your left foot. Either stay here or walk your hands outside of your left shin or thigh for a deeper or different stretch in the legs and the spine. One more breath. Hands reframe the left leg. Plant the left foot, heel toe left foot to the left, moving into lizard. So hands inside the left foot. Could stay lifted, you could lower down. Relax the head. Figure 8 the jaw. One more round of breath. If you're on your forearms, start to press into palms. Right hand stays down, left hand reaches open, twisting torso to left. Either stay here or tuck your right toes, lift your right leg for a high lunge variation. Relax the head and the neck, or you can look towards the sky or towards your hand, but notice, listen to your body, what feels better for your neck. Spread through fingers, really press through your right palm, that's gonna be your base if you choose to move into the side plank. So roll your right heel to the right. You could just keep your left foot down as a kickstand. You could put your left foot in front of right or stack on top. Lift the hips higher, shoulders in line, nice work. Maybe play with hovering your left toes off the right. And then our transition is tough. So you're gonna step your left foot all the way to the left top corner of your mat for a low or high lunge. Bend your left knee towards your chest. And then turn your body, step all the way forward. Get there however you need. If you fell out of balance, it's kind of the point, it's all good. So realign yourself and then choose low or high lunge. So left knee is bent directly over left ankle. Right knee can be lowered or lifted. Airplane the arms, whichever variation you're in. Reach the palms back. Feel energy coming out of the fingertips. Tuck your left hip under. And then keeping the left knee directly over the left ankle. Inhale, arms up. Low or high lunge. Nice work. Shoulders stack over hips. Maybe heel toe left foot to the left to have some more space. And let's take the arm pattern. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. One more, bend. And close. Maybe open the palms out wide. Inhale, open. Reach high. Plant the hands, frame the left foot, step back. Option for your flow, or right to down dog, or choose child's. Three rounds of breath in down dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Again. And let it go. Let's take a wider down dog. So walk your feet as wide as the mat. Just notice how that feels, what space that gives you. And then start to walk your feet, keeping them wide towards your hands. And start to walk your hands towards your feet. So you're coming into a wide leg forward fold at the middle of your mat. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, let it go. 2 more heart waves. Inhale, hands can brace anywhere on the legs but the kneecaps. Exhale, release. 1 more half lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, let it go. Start to roll up, maybe one shoulder at a time, left shoulder back and right shoulder back, coming to a wide stance of a mountain pose. You're in the middle of your mat, and then you're just going to turn yourself sideways on the wide side of your mat. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Pour the weight into your left foot. Draw your right knee up and around. Left knee comes up and around. So imagine you're getting out of the bathtub or something. You're just warming up your hip creases. This may not be a traditional yoga pose, but it will help us for some poses later. So just take your time. One leg lifts up and opens wide. Getting both sides. Nice. And really find a firm foundation when you plant the foot. Maybe take 1 more each side and then pick a side and land and bend deeply into that lunge. Maybe all the way into a low lunge skandasana. Right toes or left toes can lift to the sky. Other side is bent deeply. One more inhale, hands can be on the earth or at heart center. And then just switch sides, using your hands or not. You could choose how deep you want to go into that lunge. Just getting the second side. 1 more breath. And then rise yourself all the way back up. Your feet should be nice and wide, facing the wide side of your mat. Reach your arms to the sky. Star pose. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, sink down to horse. Press your palms away from you around your spine. And then exhale, pull back, heart forward like you're rowing. 2 more, inhale, press away. Exhale, pull back. Beautiful. 1 more. Keep pressing your knees away from you, knees back. Inhale, arms up, star pose. Now choose which side you want to start with. So I'm going to point my right toes to the right, left toes in, arms wide, triangle pose. Reach forward and down. It doesn't matter which direction you're going. Just remember so you can do the other side next time we go through the sequence. Roll your left shoulder or your top shoulder back, could be left or right. Spread through fingertips that are facing the sky. Press your bottom hand into your thigh or your shin and drop on that kneecap. Relax the head and the neck again if that feels better. 1 more inhale. And then rise your arms up and move into warrior 2. So bend your front knee directly over your ankle. I need to widen my stance a lot. You may need to do that as well. So take your time to get into your strong warrior 2. Shoulders over hips, back hip down slightly. Spread through fingers, release shoulders down the back. 1 more inhale in this traditional warrior 2. Let it out. And then take any arm variation. You could just release the arms and let them go. You could roll the shoulders. You could do the pattern we've been practicing. Give yourself a hug. There are so many options. You have 5 breaths of free movement or stillness. I encourage you to get creative or just listen. Take 1 more breath. Then meet back in a traditional warrior 2, arms wide. Flip your front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Back hand down your back leg. Straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Nice work. And then cartwheel the hands, runner's lunge, frame the foot, lower your back knee into a low lunge. Left, or your one hand stays down and your other hand opens to an easy twist. So twisting towards the opposite leg. You may be on a different side from me. So just opening towards that bent knee. And then bring your hand to your hip. One hand stays planted, other hand to the hip. Just move forward and back. Finding some space. And then everybody, two hands plant. Back knee meets the other, front knee meets the back knee for tabletop. Everybody lift your right leg and make some big circles from your tabletop. Draw big circles with your right knee, forward. One more big circle forward. And then extend that right leg back. Lift your thigh a little bit. Toes are pointing down. And then those little Shiva squat variations. So bend your right knee behind the left. Exhale, press away. Two more, right knee behind left. Inhale, press. One more, right knee comes behind left. Inhale, press the leg long. Then bend your knee, open it wide to the right, like a frog. Exhale, kick your right leg away from you. Watch out for anything in your room. Draw your heel towards your glute. Kick your leg away. One more, you got this glute work. Kick the foot away, bend it back in, and then big circles in the opposite direction, moving backwards now. Keep engaged in the arms, the shoulders. Keep your left hip drawing towards the midline. One more circle. And then right knee comes down. Nice work. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Plank pose. Inhale, slow. Exhale, slow. Lower your right forearm and lower your left forearm. Stay here. Tap your left knee and straighten your left leg. Tap your right knee and straighten. Keep going, pedaling left and right. You can always take a break. I told you that we're doing core from plank pose today. So know that we don't have any other like belly up core happening later as a surprise, I promise. One more with each leg, you can do it. Forearm plank, lower the hips. Sphinx pose, untuck the toes, forearms stay down, pull the heart forward, pull the palms back. And then release, forehead to the mat, bend the knees. Windshield wiper the legs, release the lower back. And then extend your legs long again, find stillness. Reach your right arm alongside your ear. Reach your left arm alongside your ear. Grow long through your body. And then on your inhale, lift everything up. Inhale, thighs up, shins up, biceps up, chest up. Look forward slightly. Reach your thumbs higher to the ceiling. And then as slow as you can, let everything go. Maybe windshield wiper the legs or just slightly bump out the hips. Choose one ear to rest on your mat. One more time, just like that. Arms long, start to engage them. Legs long, reach your toes behind you. Inhale, lift up. Come as high as you can. Come even higher. Thighs 1 more inch off the earth. Floating and flying, beautiful. And then as slow as you can, plant your body back down, other ear to the earth. Find stillness or a gentle release, however you need. And then palms by the chest, press back, child's pose. 2 breaths here. Either stay in child's for longer, or as you feel ready, downward facing dog again. Pedaling out the feet. And let's take a wide down dog. So left foot and right foot step as wide as your mat. And then start to walk your hands and your feet towards each other. Again, wide forward fold in the middle of the mat. Inhale, one half lift, long spine. Exhale, release. Roll left shoulder and right shoulder up and back. Rolling your whole body up. Mountain pose. And again, turn to face. It could be the same side or the other side. Walk your feet a little wider. Inhale, star pose. Beautiful. Get big, expand. Exhale, goddess, bend the elbows towards your thighs. Inhale, star. One more. Get a little lower. Beautiful work. Inhale, star. And then take the other side. So it could be your left foot, this time your right foot. We're moving into triangle. So just make sure you're doing the other side. If you're facing the same direction on your mat, you'll probably be facing backwards. If you turn it the other way, doesn't matter. Just find that triangle pose. Move forward and down. Bump your back, hips back, and tilt. Straightening your limbs. Lifting up on your front kneecap. Rolling your back shoulder back and down. One more breath. And then everybody rise back up. Bend that front knee for your second side of warrior two. Starting off traditional, take your time to set up your alignment. Crown of the head reaches higher, tailbone reaches lower. Make it a wide stance. Press out of the outside edge of that back foot. Front knee and ankle in alignment. And then 5 breaths, any arm variations. It doesn't have to be the same as you took on the other side. Maybe you close the eyes. One more breath to meet back in a traditional warrior two. Arms long. Flip your front palm, reach forward and back, reverse your warrior. And then straighten the front leg to reverse your triangle. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to frame that front foot, bending the front knee again, and find low lunge. So back knee lowers to the earth. That front hand plants, and the same hand as your bent leg lifts to the ceiling for that twist again. So whichever knee is bent, that same arm is reaching high, and then bring that hand to your hip crease and just move forward and back. And then make your way to tabletop. Plant both palms, bend your back knee, tabletop. Now left knee makes big circles to the front. Keep drawing right hip in. Keep engaging through the palms. One more big circle. And then extend your left leg back behind you. Flex the toes, lift the thigh. Left knee bends behind right. Inhale, press left heel away. 2 more, just like that. Left knee behind right. Inhale, press long. Left knee behind right. Straighten your left leg. Now left knee to the left. Keep it bent and lifted like a frog. Exhale, kick your left foot away to the left. Left heel towards glute. 2 more, kick to the left. Pull it back in. 1 more, keep the right side of your body still. And then big circles with your left leg backwards. Keep the left knee bent. Nice work. 2 more big circles. And then tabletop. Step right foot back, step left foot back. Plank pose. Hold it here. Maybe close the eyes. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. 2 more. Stay engaged. You can lower the knees if you need to rest. 2 more breaths. One more, breathe slower. And then vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Always the option for child's pose. Listen to what your body is asking for in this moment. Nice work. Take a big inhale. Complete exhale. One more just like that. Maybe eyes closed. Inhale fully. Exhale, let it go. And then again, start to walk your hands towards your feet. So you're coming to the middle of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, just release. And bring your hands behind the nape of your neck, forearms along your jawline. Bend the knees softly. 5 breaths in a forward fold here. One more inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Slowly, one shoulder at a time, roll up to mountain. Squeeze right and left shoulder towards the ear and back. Mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold and bend knees, sweep the floor. Inhale, rise up. Keep that going a few more times, 3 or 5 more. Maybe walk your feet a little wider stance to keep going. Just close the eyes. Let your body take you forward and take you up. The breath will lead the movement. If that feels good, take a few more. If you're ready to slow it down, meet back in mountain. One more. Mountain pose. All right, parallel the feet, hips width distance apart. Pour the weight into your left foot and bring your right knee to your chest. Interlace your hands around the shin just to compress the thigh towards your body. Working the balance on the left leg, left ankle. This is our final standing balancing sequence. Keep lifting your torso, shoulders over the hips, tailbone tucked. From here, we're moving into a quad stretch. So right hand to right foot on the outside or the inside of the foot. Left hand can be to left hip or away from you to help with balance, or on a wall or a couch to even help more with balance. Line up the right and left thigh and kneecap and keep squeezing the heel towards glute. Either stay here or reach your left arm over your ear. We're moving into dancer pose. If you choose, use the momentum by kicking your foot into your hand and hand into your foot. Look forward as your chest and torso reach forward. Keep squaring the shoulders, squaring the hips. Staring at something that's not moving. Your left ankle is working hard, I know. We have one more standing pose. Either stay here or move into half moon. You can bring a block to the top of your mat. Left hand to block or to the floor. You could keep the bind and find candy cane or Chapasana, or release the bind. Right hand can be to right hip or to sky. Flex your right toes towards your shin. Lift your right heel higher. Reach your foot away from you to the back of the room. Beautiful work. One more inhale. Let's all meet in a forward fold. Again, forward folding for 5 slow breaths. Forward fold of choice. So it could be gorilla, sliding the palms under the feet. It could be hands behind the nape of the neck again. Hands interlaced behind the back. Choose your forward fold and get there and just breathe. The more static and still poses give us opportunities to listen without it needing any judgment, any meaning, just listening. Really receptive and aware to the sounds in the present moment. 2 more breaths. And start to release yourself. Make your way to mountain pose, however you want to get there, rolling all the way up, or one shoulder at a time, rolling up. Right foot is your base. Bend your left knee, hands around the shin, compress. Flex your left toes. Lengthen your spine, long torso. Notice if you're rounding, just roll the shoulders back. Press out of your right foot, your root, your anchor. And then moving to the quad stretch. So feet come line up together. Left hand can be on the outside of foot or inside of foot, whichever feels better. Knowing that you may or may not choose to move into dancer on this side. Sometimes for dancer, people prefer their hand on the inside of the sole of the foot. Option to reach your right hand alongside the ear. Grow long, grow tall through your right fingers. And then begin to kick for dancer. Left foot back into left hand. That is what tilts you forward. Beautiful choices. Reach your right hand. Either stay in dancer or your quad stretch or move into half moon. Again, maybe a block at the front corner of your mat or use a wall if you have one. Keeping the bind or release the bind. You fall out, come on back in, we have time. Last standing pose. If your right toe tends to point in, just means your hip's not quite as open as your body wants for the pose. So just line up your right foot again. One more breath. And forward fold, let it go. Bend your knees a lot. Really generously bend the knees. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Final flow, totally optional. Vinyasa or not, back into down dog. And we're warming down from here. Beautiful standing practice. Half pigeon, inhale, right leg high. Maybe bend and open the hip to create some space. And then right knee towards the right side of your mat. Right shin does not have to be parallel. Look to make sure your back leg is straight behind you. Find the space in your torso. Lift your heart. And then fold for sleeping pigeon. You could always take pigeon on the back if this does not feel right. If you want to stay in sleeping pigeon, stay right here. I'm going to offer twisted pigeon, so I'll talk you through that. Press into your palm, and then roll your right hip to the earth. So right hip down. Left knee can bend slightly to the left. Right hand reaches up like dancer pose alongside the right ear, and then you cross twist your body towards the left. Right elbow comes far to the left. Let your right shoulder, your right head release. You could even prop a pillow or block under your right temple. And then maybe prayer hands or maybe a fist out of the bottom hand. Twisted pigeon. We didn't do a lot of twisting today, so this might feel really intense. It might feel really good. Just listen to how it feels for you. One more breath. And start to unravel. If you're in twisted pigeon or pigeon, just lift your chest back up and then swing your left leg around to come to Sukhasana or a seated position. Any comfortable seated position. You could be on a block or a pillow. We're just going to spend about a minute of silence, a minute of meditation here. Sometimes the way we start the practice, we're just going to have it here after some movement. So close the eyes, stack the shoulders, Roll them back and down. Palms can be up to allow for more receptive energy. Maybe tilt the chin down slightly, or maybe float the ears back to be more aware. Notice the energy in your body. Receptive to the sensations around you, softening the eyes, listening and feeling those sensations. Simply open to what's there. Maybe noticing the gums, tongue, teeth, aware of your shoulders. Really feeling from the inside out. And allow the energy to be just as it is. Feeling and listening to your heart without any judgment. Just being aware. Deeply listening. Notice how thoughts arise and vanish just like sounds, and just let them come and go with your listening awareness. And gently begin to open the eyes again. Let's move into the second side of half pigeon. So your left leg can stay forward. Reach your right leg back. If you do need to come into down dog to get a little more space, or scorpion dog to find that, go for it. Otherwise, just look back to make sure your right leg is straight behind you. Lift the chest and fold into sleeping pigeon. Either stay in sleeping pigeon or lift your body up. Left hip rolls to the left. Right knee bends slightly out to the right. Left arm by the ear, twisted pigeon. So left elbow across the mat towards your right foot, towards the right side of the mat. Let your elbow connect. Maybe it's more in the middle of the mat. Just depends how twisty you can be today. Stack your palms or stack your fists. Head and neck relax. And inhale, start to roll yourself back up. Bring your right foot to the top of the mat. Plant both your feet. Bend your knees. Soles of the feet connected. Palms behind you. And just let your legs float left and right. Windshield wiper the hips, the thighs. Slow it down. Start to find stillness. Parallel the feet like the number 11. Soles of the feet strong. Fingers can face wide or towards your glutes. Inhale, press through the palms, press through the feet. Lift thighs. Reverse tabletop. Relax head and neck. Squeeze thighs together. Lift them 1 inch higher. And then exhale, slowly roll all the way onto your back. Option to take feet up the wall. Option to take shoulder stands just for 5 breaths or so. So if you have a wall accessible, go for it. If you know shoulder stand, go for it. If you don't, watch and listen before moving in, because you don't want to move your head left and right. So toes to the sky, hands to the lowest back to your sacrum for support. And reach the toes to the ceiling. Hips, knees, and ankles are in alignment. Either stillness here, or you can pedal the legs, rock the legs like eagle. Anything you want without moving your head to the left and the right. Shoulder blades beneath you for support. If you want to take plow, reach your feet far away over your head. Legs long or knees bent. And then wherever you are, take the next couple of breaths to slowly exit the posture, using your hands for support, rolling back down. And we'll take fish, the counter pose. So plant your forearms with your elbows bent. Sit on your hands, palms foot down. Lift the crown of the head up, chest and heart open. Crown of the head gently touches the earth. Big breath here. And release. Slowly come onto your back. Give your knees a big squeeze. And you can choose to head into corpse pose here. Take a final spinal twist. Happy baby, butterfly pose. Any last posture before stillness. If you're doing a twist, make sure you get both sides. If you want to take feet up the wall for your shavasana, set yourself up. Just take 3 or so more breaths of whatever movement you've chosen before you settle down for shavasana. I'll give a full 5 minutes of shavasana. If you do need to leave early, at least give yourself 2 or 3 minutes here. So finding your shavasana, taking up as much space as you need, closing the eyes, settling in, and just relaxing into that listening presence. I'm going to read a passage from Thich Nhat Hanh's The Art of Communicating. We'll have a few minutes of shavasana, and I'll guide you out when it's time after that. He says, we tend to think of nourishment only as what we take in through our mouths, but what we consume with our eyes, our ears, our noses, our tongues, and our bodies is also food. The conversations going on around us and those we participate in are also food. We're consuming and creating the kind of food that is healthy for us and helps us grow. When we say something that nourishes us and uplifts the people around us, we're feeding love and compassion. When we speak and act in a way that causes tension and anger, we're nourishing violence and suffering. Start to listen back into your breath and your body. You can stay here in Shavasana by all means. Give yourself permission to rest longer. If you're ready to move on, just notice as you listen. With listening, there's nothing to do. Just the act of listening. Eventually move your body, curving to the side, finding the fetal position. And maybe from there you stay. Maybe from there you press up to find a comfortable seated posture to close. Taking as much time as you need. When you find your seat, take a final breath together. Let everything out. Exhale. Inhale, fill up. And let it out. You bow to seal your practice and thank yourself for showing up. Thank you for being here with me. I hope you have a great rest of your day.